Hi there everybody, welcome to another video. On this one I have this Audi A4 2011. I'm gonna be changing the rear brake pads. This is a petrol automatic, the TFSI version. So I'm gonna start by opening the brake fluid reservoir here, which I've already opened, and leave it like that. And then we need to get those calipers open, but these are electric, which means we need one of these to get those calipers open. So this little gadget here will allow you to do that. Just connect it to the OBD ports there. I'm going to just get the ignition on. Okay, so here you have a little diagram or little dots there that show you what needs to be on in order to open them. We have to have one red dot. To close them, another red dot but in the center. And for basic setting we have 3 red dots. So in this case I just want that one. Then I'm going to press OK on that. Okay, so the brakes are opening now, you can hear them. Okay, now they are open. I just need to get the ignition on there. So now that's open, that's flashing. Now we can put the ignition off there. Okay, so to remove those pads, we're gonna have to open the calipers. We're gonna need a 13mm, one of these as well, or a pair of pliers. We're gonna need something like this to push the piston back, a wire brush, and some copper grease. So first I'm going to remove the little bolts. Those bolts are holding there, one here. So if we don't hold the inner section, it just turns. Can remove the pads. Quite thin by now. Hopefully in the pad kit you will get new ones of these. Wire brush. A lot of dust coming out of this, so wear a mask. Also, don't forget to inspect these little pistons here. Make sure these little rubbers are not broken or damaged, because if water gets in there, this will seize up. So make sure they're moving free and there's no holes in them, like I said, or they're not torn or anything. You can remove these if you want and clean them and put grease on them. You just pull them out basically. Okay, so just rinsing the area. Now I wanna push the piston back. So as you may be able to see, that piston is all the way out there. And basically we need to push it in. So that's what I'm going to do now. Also, you can use your wire brush as much as you need to, really. As much as you need to clean, because there could be a lot more corrosion or stuff around it. So don't be afraid to wire brush as much as you want to, as clean as you want to have it. Okay, that piston is all the way back in. Also make sure you inspect this piston dust cover here, because if that is damaged, it will also get water in there and eventually seize that piston. Okay, so now I'm just going to prepare the area a little bit with some copper grease. Gonna put a little bit here. And a little bit on the sides here. And I'm also going to put a little bit on these areas where those springs sit. No need to go too mad with it. I don't want the grease to touch the disc either. And obviously if a little bit touches the disc, we can always clean it. Not really the end of the world. Okay. That is ready for our new pads. So I'm just gonna do the other side. Okay, so I didn't get new ones of these. They didn't come with a kit. These are the pads I'm using. For this car. So nevertheless, I cleaned these ones a little bit and just fitting them back. just fitting them back in there. Tuck that in a little bit. And then we have our new pads. I'll just put a little bit of copper grease on the sliding bit there. Okay, so the reason I'm struggling to fit these pads a little bit is because if you notice the old one, this edge here is a little bit more at an angle, and this is more square. So it's definitely giving me some a bit of hassle. Everything else is exactly the same, but it's that little corner there that's causing me problems, obviously on both ends. So it's making it a bit of a fiddle to get that in there, so I may shave it off a little bit here. Okay, much easier, much easier. It's just a little corner, so it's just the make of the pad. To be honest, I don't really like that make too much. So we can then fit our caliper and the two little bolts that hold the caliper in place. Okay, that is done now. So I'm gonna finish and do the other side, which is exactly the same, and then lower the car and we can release the electric motor, and just make sure we have enough brake fluid. Okay, so I got the wheels back on, and now I'm just gonna get the ignition on there, and I want to put this on the close position, which is that one there, and then press OK. So hopefully, so I can hear those okay, so that closed all the way and then opened a little bit, because obviously it doesn't have to be completely closed. And number 3 here, let's let that finish. Should stop blinking. And also the parking brake here has stopped blinking as well, because now we're no longer on that mode of changing the paths. Okay, now maybe we can go and do the basic settings. Just gonna wait for that light to go off. But technically that's all we need to do, really. Just close it. It will close and then it will open a little bit. That's how it should be, really. Okay, so now it's allowing me to use this. So now the 3 lights there mean basic settings. Just press OK, and it's done it. So basically what it's done is it closed the caliper completely and then opened it a little bit. So originally it did a basic setting anyway, but that's done. So gonna stop, wait for that to stop flashing, and then that should be finished. And then the last thing to do will be to check the brake fluid here. Sorry, just there. Just check how much is there, and if there's enough. Obviously there would be a bit more, because we tend to push that calipers back, and that fluid rises. So we're gonna just close that up, and that's the flashing. So I can disconnect that now. And I'm just gonna press the brake a couple of times, make sure it's nice and hard, which it is. And also just to operate the handbrake here. I can hear it working and closing, and we can release it, but to release it I have to press the brake. Okay, and that's it. So close the reservoir and we're practically done. So hope this video helps. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.